43AT113. 43AT113, 43AT113. We're waving at you. 9 Alpha Tango, 791, Gulf Islands.
How you going, Big Joe? What's happening?
It's doing pretty busy out in the garden today. A beautiful day out here on these islands. Probably not as nice as down under, but it's not a bad day. We got up to around 12 degrees Celsius today and sunshine. I'm sure you're probably up in the upper 20s.
Yeah, something like that, buddy. It'll be around 30 degrees today. It's quite muggy. I've just been outside myself and come in to cool off under the fans. No air conditioners today. So it's been muggy. We woke up this morning. It was 20 degrees Celsius as a minimum this morning. So a bit of a warm night overnight, Joel.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I was just talking to my buddy Trevor, 43 Needle Bender 176 up near Melbourne, but up higher elevation, Victoria, Australia. And he said he had his wood stove going where he's at, and he says it was 9 degrees. And I told him, I talked to people in other parts of Australia like you, and they're roasting hot there, QSL.
Yeah, it just shows how big this country is, man. It's kind of cool, really. You know, you've got so many different aspects in Australia. It's such a big country. I always say to Aussies they should explore their own country before going overseas because it's so diverse, Joel.
Absolutely, and I tell people that, you know, like, they don't realize how big Australia is, man. I mean, if you had to fly from one end to the other, from one side to the other, I'm guessing it's probably like about 4 hours, right?
Quite a bit more than that. I remember, but we took our time. When we sold up, and we used to live up in a small town called Broome, up in the far northwest of Australia for many years, through the 90s and the early 2000s. And I had a radio up there and everything. Anyway, a few acres, and anyway, when we sold up, we came across the top end. I had a big tandem trailer, and we come across looking like the Beverly Hillbillies, but shit hanging off our trailer everywhere. But it was all our worldly belongings, and we just took out overnight stays. It took us about a week to get across, just puffing along, mate, enjoying the sights. Not really stopping for too long anywhere. It's just we'd camp out on the side of the road somewhere, or on the farmer's driveway, or something like that.
Pretty amazing if you think about it. Like that's like driving across continental USA from, say, Los Angeles to maybe South Carolina or whatever. You know, it's a big country. You got different time zones, different climates here and there. You have mountains, you have snow, you have desert, you have tropics. You pretty much have it all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like Aussie. It's a good spot, man. I always say to people, I always dream of having two small hunkies in Australia, one on the far north and one down in the south. So you just follow the weather and just pull up at the appropriate cottage at the appropriate time of year.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely do that, man, for sure. No, it sounds awesome. And like I say, you don't have to leave the country because you have everything there you need. You know what I mean? You want to go to the tropics, you just head up to the tropics. And you want to go to a beautiful beach? Well, I know you got some pretty nice beaches there, QSL.
Yeah, beautiful beaches, man. Really good. But anyway, every place has got its pros and cons, you know. Canada's a beautiful spot. We watch many people travelling around to Canada on motorbikes and stuff on YouTube, and that's always very interesting, mate.
It is, and then these islands where we live out on these Gulf Islands are quite a bit different than the rest of Canada, too. It is actually a pretty unique chain of islands out here. I mean, while somebody back east is shoveling snow, we're still mowing lawn and golfing out here, QSL.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky there, man. It's a nice spot here, right? And you got obviously a good location for the DX as well, Joe. So as long as you got a smile on the dial, mate, you and the missus, everything's honky-dory, yeah.
You betcha, man. Yep, that's what I say too. As long as you're happy, it is a good place, it's safe, and it's not really developed yet. These islands are unincorporated, don't have any traffic lights or anything like that. It's a pretty laid-back place.
Yeah, we just got, how do I say, we used to, we lived, like I said, up in the northwest all those years, and Broome never had one traffic light in it the whole time we were there, and it's probably changed now. I'm certain of that, but in them days, no traffic lights, and we come over here, and we had to pull up on the highway and get a mate to come and get us when we got to this location. There was just too much traffic for us, mate. We were like a three little hobos, mate, didn't know which way to go.
That's funny. Yeah, that does remind me. They have Beverly Hillbillies. Like it's like here, I take the ferry across to the mainland, which I rarely ever do. It's a long ferry ride, and when I get off on the mainland there to the ferry terminal, which is probably 25 kilometers south of Vancouver on the coast there, first thing you start to see traffic lights and lots of traffic. I'm not used to that there, QSL.
Yeah. Sometimes when we have to go down to Brisbane proper, again, like you said, we're just not used to it, and it drains the old brain cells, mate, off.
I know, that's the way it is with me. When I was younger, it was all good, but I'm 61 years old, and I'm more of a teetotaler now. God, I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. But when I was younger, no, I don't think I could have related to living on these islands. Too quiet for me. I like the party life. But now it's like, nope, I like the country life.
That's it, man, that's it. Same here. I grew up in my real young years in a small city in New Zealand, and we like the country life. I just like a few acres to have a bit of distance between me and the neighbour.
That's what we have here. We have acreage, no neighbors around us, nice and quiet. Nobody across the street, just forest and ocean. And no, you don't see anybody here, man, just nature.
Yeah, how long you been there, Joe?
About 35 years. And my parents bought here in the 70s, believe it or not. They bought on this island in 78. So it was more like a summer place to get away from the rat race of the mainland. You'd come over here and just kick back and relax. And, one day I just got sick of it over there. And so in my 20s, I said, that's it. Sold my place over there and moved over here. But actually, where I lived over there, I had 5 acres. I was about 40 kilometers southeast of Vancouver, out in a small kind of border town. We bordered with Washington State, so it was all countryside. But still, the township and city was starting to encroach, more traffic. So I wanted more laid back, so that's why I came here, QSL.
Well, you've been here a while. For some reason, I didn't think. I thought maybe 10 years. I don't know why I thought that.
No. I've been here for about 3.5 decades now. Long time. And so if I ever move, I'd probably move over to Vancouver Island, the big island to the west of us. Now, as you get older, there is more amenities over there. There's far less amenities on this island, QSL.
Yeah, copy, mate, it's the same in your country life. Broome, little country town. You probably talked to Grant. I knew Grant when I lived there 0 for 5 years, let's say, and it's nearest city's 2,000 k's away, huh?
Yep, 2,000 k's. Holy smokers. Yeah, it's a long way. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to roll. I got to go in and I'm going to throw a couple chunks of wood on the fire there. I got to roll into the house and I got to check on the chicken, doing a Greek-style spatchcock chicken. So I better check on that. Don't want any burnt chicken. Anyway, good to hear you, man. You're always sounding Q5. Your signal is 10 over into the red. Great audio, and you have a great sounding station.
Hey, you're doing well too, man. You're 9+ something. You're always cooking with gas, mate. And good on you. We're in the apron tonight, mate. Your side cooking up for you and the missus, or something.
You betcha, man. Spatchcock chicken with potatoes, pretty simple, and maybe some Greek salad. So Greek-style spatchcock should be pretty yummy with some crispy skin on it there. So anyway, happy wife, happy life.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we were going to do a campfire last night around the campfire outside, but I don't know what happened. We just, I was working on my motorbike. I'll tell you next time that story. The bike, I've had to do a bit of work on it. I'll tell you next time, mate. I'll let you go and tend to your dinner. Have a great dinner, mate.
All right, brother. Hey, cheers and beers. Have a great day in Australia and happy DXing. It was good to hear you, my friend. 43 Alpha Tango 113 9AT 791. We're waving.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good evening. All the best.
Yeah, you too.